What's up, mechanics? Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to another episode of Taiwan Tuesday, because we're still overseas in Taiwan.
We are actually in a testing facility here at one of our partner factories so that we can test out the big boys that our liability insurance doesn't cover clay under.
Clay isn't strong enough to test the 3/4 or the 1/2-inch ratchets.
And as you know, these bad boys are rated for over 1,500 foot-pounds, so we're going to take it to 1,500 foot-pounds, and the only machine that we found that can handle that, because there's nothing in the States that we found can do it. I'm sure there is. There are multiple customers of ours who are unable to test it because it was too high. So we came to the factory that can test it so that we can show you firsthand what this holds up to, because we won't get another shot to do this until we come back next year.
Yep.
Because there's nowhere in the States we can do this. And Clay, as big of a boy as he ain't doing this.
Yep, so we're testing the HDR 34K, which is our ratchet and breaker bar kit. We're just going to test the ratchet head. We're testing the TRK 100, which is the 1/2-inch extendable ratchet.
And then the 2.5-inch HDR ratchet, because although Clay might be able to break these, I don't want him to try. Because we saw how the 3/8 went, he almost lost an eye. So we're going to try the 1/2 inches here in the safe testing facility that is available to us.
So yeah, we're in a controlled environment. We got our safety goggles on. We're going to start this machine up and see what this bad boy can go to.
So this right here is the machine, or the screen better said, that Michael will be standing behind while we're performing the test on the 3/4 ratchet. This top number right here is going to be your running torque, while the bottom number is your achieved peak torque. So that you're going to actually see in real time what this machine is doing to our 3/4 ratchet. We're going to bring this up to 1,500 foot-pounds, and hopefully we're going to see something crazy. I don't think we're going to break it at 1,500. Not only does this testing machine test torque, it's also going to test real and peak angle. So you're going to see both measurements right here, the torque, and on the second row, the angle. And for this graph down here, you're actually going to see as the foot-pounds go up and the time it's spent in the tester goes up, you're going to see it exponentially grow right here. So you're going to see a cool little diagram of how the torque is being tested on this ratchet.
Okay, so we got to 1,500 foot-pounds, and as you saw, nothing happened.
It is also a very, how do I put this? When Clay tests things and breaks them by hand, it's a very exciting boom, pop, bing, and there's stuff going everywhere. That doesn't happen in a controlled setting, which obviously we don't have at home.
Well, but and nothing broke. This machine can only go up to 1,500 foot-pounds. This ratchet is rated for more than that. So, the machinery for us to break this tool isn't.
That's also why when we say
isn't a thing.
Things are rated for over this many foot-pounds, because that's what the machine went up to test it for that square drive, and it didn't break.
So if any of you,
it could be
if any of you are thinking about putting 1,500 foot-pounds on this, A, I'd like to see you try, and B, you're good.
Give it a couple clacks to make sure.
So the teeth are all good.
Switch it up.
In both directions.
No damage whatsoever.
So now we're going to move on to the other ratchets, the smaller ones. We're going to do the TRK 100 and the flex head, as well as the non-flex head heavy duty.
And the non-flex head heavy duty, which people don't realize, is rated for over 750 foot-pounds. That is something that people don't believe, but now we're actually going to try it. So you're going to have to believe me.
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right, so as you can see, it did break, but it broke at 830 foot-pounds. This bad boy was supposed to hold up to 560 foot-pounds, and I believe the yoke is what's supposed to break first, then the head, but I am not sure what broke. We're going to take it out of the machine and check it out, but it held up to 830 foot-pounds on the first run. All right, so it was not the yoke, it was actually the teeth or the pawl. I'm not sure, but as you can see, or hear better said, it doesn't sound great in there. Switch that, switch it.
Doesn't sound broken, really.
No, it's broken.
Oh, yep.
It's broken, 100%. But we have head kits, so it's easily fixable. We're gonna open this bad boy up and see exactly what happened inside.
Okay, so it looks like the pawl is what was damaged. It looks like it slipped, damaging the teeth on the gear. And then, you know, obviously this cracked. This went to 832 foot-pounds. And look at this. The housing is still intact. The flex head mechanism still works. And this is still in good shape. It's not bent. So I think there was a lot of people that were commenting saying that they would break this thing in a second because it was an extendable ratchet. So I'd like to see you guys try that now. Now we're moving on to the 1/2-inch comfort grip heavy-duty ratchets.
Sorry? That went to 1,000 foot-pounds and didn't break? So, in an even more impressive bout, this bad boy just held up to 1,000 foot-pounds, which is what it was set to on this machine, and nothing happened. I didn't hear a break, we didn't hear a break. We're going to take it out and we're going to actually see if anything's not working correctly. But it looks like it's all intact, which is great. All right, so what we did is we actually kept it in the machine. We ran it again to try to actually break it up above 1,000 foot-pounds because to our surprise, it didn't break the first time. But I guess it did stress it out the first time because it did break at 975 foot-pounds? 972 foot-pounds is where it did give in. We're going to see what broke. All right, so to many of you, this is probably still a functional ratchet because all it is bent, and a lot of you would still go as far as to use this still because really there's nothing wrong with it. As you can see, the yoke was giving it a little bit. The pin started breaking, but 1,000 foot-pounds twice, this bad boy is still kicking. No problems in terms of head. Boom. Vim Tools 1/2-inch flex head ratchet. 90 teeth, apparently holds up to 1,000 foot-pounds. So, as expected by me and by him, and not by you, because you're haters, the HCR 818 1/2-inch Vim Tools Comfort Grip Ratchet held up to 1,172 foot-pounds. That's insane. You can't do that with your hands. All right, so we're gonna see what happened. It kind of looks like it's elevated. It looks a little funky, so I don't know what I'm about to expect. Ooh.
Oh, shit.
The entire housing blew out. That's what the over 1,100 foot-pounds will do. That is nuts, man. What? So let's.
It's not brain came off.
I mean, there's shrapnel in here. Something. I'm gonna have to take this all apart because something went on. So that is it for this episode of Taiwan Tuesday. I think this is episode what 104.
100. Yes.
103. They have only gotten more excited since 100. They're not going to be this exciting moving forward, but it's been a fun ride. And I do want to reiterate, because I've noticed it in the last 10 seconds, we're not some stinky bums. We did change. This is just the uniform we've been wearing day to day. We're not wearing the same clothes day after day, all right?
Yeah, different shirts. I got my same jeans on.
He
though.
does smell, but it's not because of the same clothes.
There were some pleasant surprises in this. Those ratchets went up to a lot more than we publicly state that
Bottom
they're rated
line,
for.
nobody can tell me these aren't strong ratchets.
We say
You can't.
750, they went over 1,000. So you can rest assured that if it has the Vim name on it,
And tell me
shit's
who
strong.
else has gone this far to do this nonsense, because this is crazy. We spent too much money trying to prove something to you when it doesn't matter because it's true. Anyways.
thanks
That's
for
all we
tuning
got.
in, and we'll see you next Tuesday.